India's Air Force Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh made a big revelation that India shot down 6 Pakistani aircraft successfully during Operation Sindoor. The downed fleet included 5 fighter jets and a high-value airborne early warning and control system aircraft, commonly known as the Big Bird for its advanced surveillance role. He said S-400 has been a game changer. The Air Chief was speaking at an event in Bengaluru this morning.
We have at least 5 fighters confirmed kills and 1 large aircraft, which could be either an Lint aircraft or an AWNC aircraft, which was taken out at a distance of about 300 kilometers. This is the actually largest ever recorded surface-to-air kill that we can talk about.
All right, and on this, we've been joined by DD India correspondent Vishal Baristo and also our esteemed guest, retired Air Marshal Sanjeev Kapoor, former DG Inspection and Safety, Indian Air Force. Gentlemen, both of you, a very warm welcome to the broadcast. First to you, Vishal, how significant is this statement coming out of him?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Siddharth. And as you heard, the Air Chief Marshal himself saying that this is the largest air kill recorded ever. So definitely a very big revelation coming out, and definitely a thing to for us to rejoice and be very proud of, because today is Raksha Bandhan and the armed forces also promising protection to all the civilians of the country, and Operation Sindoor was a big success. This is what the statement means, and it has come at a time when Pakistan was spreading a false narrative against India, so definitely a big relief for all the armed forces personnel as well.
Definitely, Vishal, and you were thoroughly covering Operation Sindoor. I'll come back to you. But to you, sir, big statement again. How do you react to that? This big revelation coming out from Air Force Chief.
This is for me, Siddharth?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, we've been telling this for months together now, that this was the most decisive 4-day battle that was ever fought in this part of the world. In 4 days, we brought the Pakistanis to knees. And now that the thing is coming out in open, the chief has acknowledged publicly on a platform. So it becomes very, very clear that how our air defense systems not only protected us from the attacks on the 8th and the 9th of May from the drones and the missiles that were launched from Pakistan, but also when we went on for the offensive on the 10th morning, and when we were defending ourselves, we took out a large amount of their air assets. And he mentioned in his speech today that never ever a surface, SCGW, surface to air guided weapon, has taken out a platform at a distance of 300 kilometers. So it now shows that from our own territory, without our aircrafts having to physically cross the border and go across, we can, pinpoint the enemy aircrafts and take them out in their territory itself. So this is what the implication is all about. And 5 fighter jets he is acknowledged. 1 more he has said. A few aircrafts, to my appreciation and knowledge, have already been confirmed as having been neutralized on ground. Some say 1C, 130 and air-to-air refueler at Noorkhan. Some say a few F-16s in Bolari. Some say a few other platforms in Jacobabad and Sakar. So I don't know the exact figures as to how many aircrafts have been lost. An informal estimate puts the figures to around 13 aeroplanes, which the Pakistani Air Force has lost. So that's my take.
Okay. I would like to go back to our correspondent, Vishal Baristo, who's joining us live. Vishal, you were there. You were, like I was also mentioning about it to our viewers, that you were thoroughly covering Operation Sindoor. What was the ground situation that time when you were there?
Well, Siddharth, the ground situation was quite tense, to be very honest, because India had made it very clear that we are not going to attack the military installations, and we have not attacked their military installations. And also, we have not targeted the civilian areas of Pakistan, but Pakistan kept attacking our civil areas. And also, and I was there, Badami Bagh, which is the BB camp, which is the largest camp in Srinagar, and also Sharifabad camp, they were both under attack from Pakistan, and their air force went all out. But as you heard from our air chief, that S-400 has been very, very successful in this operation, and this has been the largest kill ever recorded. Now, this has come as a huge relief for all of us, but that time it was very tense, and it was, India did not go all out, but Pakistan took it very seriously, and it was a very heavy attack. Let me tell you, I still remember the night where from Jammu to Kashmir, we had blackouts all over, and their platforms were attacking. It was the aerial attack, the drones, and also their aircraft. So it was definitely a very, very critical moment for everybody, including me and the families that were attached to us.
Right. You said that right. Okay, hold on, Vishal. Sir, I would like to ask you that S-400 is something which is being widely praised. And in fact, Air Force Chief also mentioned it and lavished praise on S-400 missile system. Can you tell us what exactly S-400 is and how it is different from the other missile systems? What makes it different?
It's state-of-the-art air defense equipment which India purchased from the Russian Federation. And a large credit for it goes to late Dr. Manohar Parrikar, who was the Raksha Mantri at that time. He insisted in early 2000s to have this on the paper. Then the discussion went on, the negotiation went on. Then finally, around 2016 to 2018 is around the period when these S-400 started to come to India. If I recall, we had purchased this for about 35 to 36,000 crore rupees at that time for 5 different things. It's a for the benefit of your viewers, it is a independent system which is on tracks. So it has a tracking device. It's a radar that is mobile. It has a searcher which takes the feed from the radar and homes on. And third is the missile system, so which engages the target. So it can engage targets at a distance of about 400 kilometers. It can go up to the height of 30 kilometers above. So that is the range at which this platform can detect. And it is not S-400. It is the integration of S-400 with our own air defense system. So we had army guns, we had naval guns, we had Air Force guns, we had Air Force surface-to-air weapon systems, we had Akash Tir, the army air defense system, we had the Air Force IACCS. So the integration of S-400 with this equipment, which our own engineers and our own scientists did, our own Bell and other institutions did, to integrate this is what is the game-changing aspect. So what happened is that our own sensors and our own radars integrated with S-400 could easily pick up the Pakistani targets, and on command these were engaged. And that is how, it's simply put for your viewers, it's like a game of rugby. You have defenders at the back who do not allow you to score. And that's what the role of S-400 was there. It was behind all our frontline air defenses, so that in case if anything comes to the rear, this would be able to save the country.
Very well put, sir. Very well put. Some made in India weapons are being widely praised now, and everyone knows in the entire world how they have helped in Operation Sindoor. We are becoming from importers to exporters. How do you react to that?
See, the whole world has now stood up and acknowledged that India has arrived.
Yeah.
See, if you see the narrative immediately after Operation Sindoor was anti-India across the world on all the international platforms, and they were in sync with what Pakistani media or their handles were saying. The primary reason, in my appreciation, is that the West cannot see that Indian manufactured weapons or Russian manufactured weapons have taken out primarily the Western defense equipments. So this happened in 2019 when Abhinandan shot down an F-16 from a MiG-21. So India gave all the proof, India gave all the evidence, but neither the Pakistanis or the Americans acknowledged that, because nobody would acknowledge that a frontline fighter aeroplane was taken out.
Yeah.
And now, for your viewers, the whole world after Operation Sindoor has been after India to say how many aircrafts have they lost. But now, with Air Chief coming out today and giving a figure, on rostrum,
Made
I
everything
think,
clear.
yes, to put to rest
Yeah.
the questions which are being asked by the media to our forces or to our leadership as to how it does not matter. But in the end, just to prove a point that Indian, like we just asked,
Yeah.
the Indian manufactured, air defense equipment,
Yeah.
the Indian manufactured Akash and BrahMos missiles
Yes.
have created havoc in the enemy's air defense system, and that is more important.
Correctly, very well put, sir. Again, and Vishal, barrister or correspondent, will also will also shed some light on false narratives of Pakistan. Vishal, not just this, but there are many of them. The
Yes,
list
yes.
just goes on.
Yes, in fact, let me tell you, Siddharth, that the warfare tactics have changed. So narrative is also part of the warfare, and we have to be very much ready for it. We know that it's being fought in the air, on air, and also on the surface. So the narrative is just one part of it, and they kept coming, and we had to work around the clocks. In fact, the press information bureau had a very hard time, and also meticulously finding out the fake news. So it was also put on air, telling the people that what Pakistan has been, manufacturing from its war machinery is not all true. But just to add one more point about S-400, that it can take on 300 targets simultaneously, which makes it very, very crucial for our air defense. And also, it can be taken on a vehicle to any location. So that is why what happened during the days of, as Sir was telling us, during the days of Manohar Parrikar, when he was the Defence Minister of India, has been quite productive in this Operation Sindoor.
Definitely, Vishal. We leave it there. Thank you so much, Vishal. And sir, thank you so much for coming in on the broadcast. You've put everything very well and, made everything really, really simple for our viewers. Thank you so much, both of you gentlemen. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.